What's up, y'all? This is Daniel. We're Pride of the Southland Kennels. Going to be starting, not starting a new channel, but sharing different types of content than what we have in the past. Not just about dogs, but before we get going, Iris is coming in the heat. As you can see, Teleco is paying her a lot of attention. I've had several people ask about this breeding. Well, I would say within the next week we'll try to get them bred. So that's that. I know I got a lot of people asking, but wanted to kind of rename the channel, let everybody know we're going to be sharing some different type of content, hopefully attract some new followers, some different type of followers, all like-minded people. So, you know, we're just starting very small. We have Nealon, buddy. That's old Nealon. So any of the new people that find this channel may seem confused because we're using bulldogs out here. Our bulldogs do good with the chickens and the goats. We've had hogs in the past and they've done their job with that anytime a hog got out. Let me calm Nealon down real quick and I'll come back. Maybe he's calmed down, who knows. So yeah, we got American bulldogs out here that we're trying to get them back to what I've always heard they were originally used for, which is utility type farm dog, meaning do all sorts of jobs. That's why I chose them over a specific livestock guardian breed, because there's multiple things that we may need done out here. And so far, the American Bulldog for us, at least the strain we're working with and the dogs that we have produced, are fitting that bill. So I just wanted to start sharing new content, let everybody follow along on our journey. Not really gonna give it a label. You know, we're not really a farm or we're not really a homestead. I don't know what you would call us. We're on an 8-acre property in the eastern portion of Middle Tennessee, out in the Cumberland Plateau, in the valley. And that's what we want to do is raise our own food. Ever since we started doing this years ago, but it really, back then it was kind of a hobby. Now I kind of feel like it's almost to the point where it's a necessity with everything that's going on in the world, especially when COVID hit, and now the upcoming possibility of food shortages. We've raised a few hogs in the past. We've raised chickens. We've raised goats in the past. We raised all that before, but we're kind of restarting. Anybody that's been following my channel understands what happened right there. You know, I just got a little ahead of myself. Tried to go big or go home, and well, I went big and then I went home. So what we're doing is restarting at a smaller, more manageable scale. We got a dozen chickens. We got 5 little pygmy nannies over there. We'll be getting a billy before too long. We should have hogs coming shortly. Talked to a buddy of mine that raises them. He said he'd have some born this month sometime. Talked to him a couple of weeks ago. Haven't got an update on that, but so our next project will be pig pen. We're growing a little garden. It ain't the best. So I won't be showing that right now, but my point is, for this new content, not new channel, but new content, is just to have people follow along on us. I feel like a lot of the homesteading and farming channels on YouTube are very large, and a lot of people think that they have to have tons and tons of land to do what those people do. And I don't believe that's the case. In fact, I know it's not with some people, because, you know, I follow a channel that's a very large channel that's on a 10-acre homestead. I follow another pretty large channel that's a 7-acre homestead. We're on 8 acres right here, but we only have an acre fenced in that we're going to be utilizing starting out. And we're going to be running our bulldogs, running our goats, running our chickens, raising feeder hogs. Don't know about breeding them. Dogs will be bred when we feel like we need to breed them. We're not going to be breeding a lot. Goats will be bred depending on the time of year and how that works out. One thing I do want to mention is I'm not an expert on any of this. This channel is just for everyone to follow along, hopefully I attract some like-minded people and they can give me tips and pointers. And there might be some people out there that know a little less than me that maybe I can help, but it's not, this new content is not being put out to come off as me being an expert. I've seen a lot of people over the last couple of months with my job that are just diving on into this. There's a lot more people out there than I ever imagined that are actually doing this. So I thought, well, you know, and some know what they're doing, and some are just diving in, kind of like me. That's where I am. I'm diving in. I've done all of this to a certain extent before in the past, and I'm getting back into it. We ain't been out of it too long, but we're just gonna share that type of content in the future. It's not gonna be just about dogs, but the dogs will be an important part of the channel because the dogs are gonna be out here doing various things with me. So right there, for the new people, that's Tellico and Iris. That is they're both off of Neyland, which is this dog right here. They're both his offspring. They're half siblings. Their mothers are, they have different mothers, but their mothers were sisters. So it's a tight breeding. They're checked on their health. They're real good. That's our 5 little pygmy nannies. We have our newest member. Come here, Sutton. That right there, she's a little filthy. Of course, it's been messy out here, so when they run the fence line, they get a little muddy. But she's about 11 weeks old. And let me tell you, so far at this age, she is the most well-behaved little pup that I've personally experienced. And I see good things coming from her. Of course, it's still real early. So there's our dog, our breeding update for the people that are interested in pups. We do have a pretty decent list going on that. We do have a few spots available. I am not 100% sure if I will be keeping something off that, but I am reserving that spot. So anybody that is on the list, just keep that in mind, that as a breeder, you should always understand that the breeder reserves first right to refusal on a pup. You know, if I see something, the only reason I won't keep a pup is to give this other little pup a little bit more time in training. That way, she's not really dealt a short hand, you know, and I want her to have a fair shake. And I've ran into that in the past where had too many dogs to train, and you know, some of the dogs didn't work out, and I believe it was because they wasn't given a fair chance, and it was my fault. So I'm going to try not to run into that this time, but I am keeping my eyes open. That's a very important breeding for me. As you can see, she is starting to try to entice him a little bit, but she's just not ready yet. We had to go out of town for a family emergency and this week, and of course I wasn't here for a couple of days. We have been back for a couple of days, and the first day back it appeared that Tellico was showing interest in her, but I didn't see any visible signs. Well, today I see swelling, so this is probably day 2 for her. So I usually try to breed mine but around day 10 and 11. So that's that. We'll take you to the chickens. All right, we're in the chicken coop now. Got my little partner in crime here. She comes in here with me every time I feed them. We feed them, we feed her up and water her up every few days. Of course, these chickens are young. They ain't never seen a dog before. But that's Sutton off the last breeding, off of Emery and Rome. Still young, still early, but so far she's my little road dog. She's anywhere I'm at, that's where she wants to be, and she listens pretty good for her age. So yeah, these are Bielefelder chickens. The reason I got them is they are a auto section breed, which means you can tell the sex at birth. You can tell the roosters are the lighter colored. This is they lay good. They lay a very large egg. And they're a big bird. So it's a dual purpose bird, could be used for meat as well as eggs. And another thing that I like about them is they can go broody, meaning they'll sit on their eggs and hatch their own chicks. A lot of breeds nowadays won't do that. I've raised Barred Rocks and Rhode Island Reds. The Barred Rocks set, the Rhode Island Reds will not. These birds are a cross of New Hampshire Red, Rhode Island Red, Barred Rock, and Malign. So I think there's a possibility that they'll sit. So I got my coop set up. It used to be divided into 3. I do have this one section over here in case when these birds get older, they do decide to go broody. I'll have a place to separate the mother hen from her and her clutch of chicks from the rest of the flock. So no harm, no foul. I came through, cleaned this up as good as I could, sealed it, painted the outside of it. We got 10 hens, 2 roosters. Should be plenty of eggs for us. And possibly if we want to raise some for meat, we can do that as well. Come on, Sutton. Come on, girl. Come on. Let's go.